Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to all the genuine Biafrans. May God bless you all from wherever you are watching and hearing me from this very wonderful second day of June 2025. Now, before I start analyzing what I saw that was wrong, I want you all to know that we have only one government under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Orabueze, our deputy prime minister currently. Now, any other government or any other government apart from the United States of Biafra, USB, is a fraud. They are all criminals, believe you me. They are all thieves, criminals, and they are all deceivers. They are all liars. There is no two government. It is only one government under the leadership presently of Madam Ngozi Orabueze. So that is the government you should follow. Any other government, I don't know anything about them. That is the truth. Now, secondly, the prosecutor in Finland said our prime minister should be going in for 6 years. And I tell you, whatever Tinubu cannot do with money will never and does not exist. Whatever Tinubu, you see this man called Tinubu, whatever he cannot do with money will never exist. Now, I have never seen in a country where you brought allegation over somebody and then without going through the court proceedings to find out if this man is guilty or not, you are suggesting 6 years sentence. Is it not the same country, the same court that told us a person is presumed innocent until he's been proven guilty? Why, where, and how did they fetch 6 years without even going through the normal procedures of the law? This is my point. And I want Biafrans to know this. The lawyers, the people who has read law can actually counter this. That prosecutor has no right to jail anybody or to pronounce any jail sentence without the knowledge of the magistrate. And that is the simple truth. Because there are laws that are guiding these things. There are laws that are guiding this individual. And a terrorist case of that magnitude carries 14 years sentence, 14 to 21 years. It's a kind of case. So if you see somebody coming to tell you that our prime minister should be going in for 6 years without the case being tried, without the accused person without the accused person to come and defend himself, then there's something going on. There is something fishy. Now, it would be better for us to understand that Tinubu has rolled out billions of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to make sure that he intimidates Mazi Simon Ekpa. And I'm telling you people the truth. But this is the spoiler alert. The spoiler alert is that the prosecutor only has the power to present his argument. The prosecutor does not have power over the jurisdiction because the jurisdiction has their, templates on how they handle a matter. So whatever payment that they have given to whatever, because I believe this prosecutor has to be investigated for coming to the court first time and saying, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa must go to prison for 6 years without any investigation, without any argument on this same particular case, without even, deliberating on the case. Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. And now let's start do the mathematics or the mathematical calculation. Now, this court is going to last for like 3 or 4 months, or 2 months, or 1 month, whatever. Now, this year is actually gone. Now, Tinubu has just 2 years, 2026, 2027, to, run for another election. And definitely, Tinubu has a way of bribing his way in. He never won the first election. We all know this. So he has a way of bribing himself in. So he knows that he's going to be in power for 6 years. Now, he doesn't want anything to do with this court case of Biafran government. And I'm telling you the truth. He does not know how to face Simon Ekpa. They can't face Simon Ekpa, and I'm telling you guys the truth. They cannot face him. Forget the way he was looking, he was feeling. This guy felt so bad when he came out. Because all the people he was fighting for are the same people who were writing letters against him to Finnish authority. So what do you think this Finnish authority is going to do? They're going to come in and then crap on him and then start investigating. Now, Nigerian government is trying to look for a way to wash their hand off. You see, they are going to collect your money. They will collect Nigerians' money, but justice must be served. And I'm telling you people the truth. Justice must be served in this case. There is no how they are going to manipulate this case. Now, in any justice system in the world where this kind of high-profile case is being mentioned, it carries, if our prime minister is found guilty on the basis of terrorism, it is carrying life sentence or death penalty. Most especially in England, it is 14 years. After 14 years, then some of them carries 21 years sentence. Then they will now start looking for other options. 6 years is a red flag to us. 6 years, red flag, big one. But I know you guys understand that this case is dead on arrival. And I'm telling you, it's dead on arrival. And I'm going to explain why. Why is because in this country, self-determination is not a crime. Self-preservation is not a crime. Self-defense is not a crime. Now, asking for your country, which is a self-determination, is not a crime. So until this becomes a crime, that is when our prime minister can go to jail. Until the EU come and, readjust that law and say, now, self-determination has become a crime. Self-preservation is now a crime. Self-defense is not a crime. That is when our prime minister can go to jail. Because what our prime minister was doing was defending Biafran land. And the Finnish authorities saw it, that immediately our prime minister was removed. These animals, these Musa boys, Musa orchestrated heavy heat. The unaliving in the southeast, all of you saw it. You saw the way they behaved. Immediately our prime minister was removed. And even up to today, that onslaught continues. So how can you do investigation overnight and now bring it and now say, oh, you give him 6 years? That man must be, and I'm telling you, investigated. The prosecutor must be investigated because no prosecutor does that. I have taken my time to make a research and realize that the prosecutor has the right to remind the judge of this person's rights, human rights, of this person's, fundamental human rights, and the capacity to think as a human. And leniency must be taken effect. And then they have the right to remind them of the character of this person. They have a right of reminding them how this person must be dealt with in their own ways, and the right that this person has as a human. We know that Finland might have sold out, but as long as it's in the court, it becomes very difficult to, overpass or to overlook. These things are there, so they are not the things I'm making up. But I want to ask the people who were shouting on television, who were making noise. Oh, because I saw our channels, is it Channels Television, where OGD Kaupe, I was saying that our prime minister was called in for questioning. They took him to court and he said, no, he's not a Biafran agitator, that he's a content creator, that is why he's always dancing. You see, you people just mess yourself up. It means that today that it is true what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been saying, that media is the biggest propaganda in this world. Biggest propaganda. OGD Kaupe, they just came out. Ruben Abati, oh, Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. All of you will bring those evidences against Simon Ekpa now. He don't reach where una go come out, come talk. We have gotten to that stage where you people will come and defend all these lies that you have told. I'm telling you, because you can't dodge this case. Tinubu is trying to dodge this case so that they will give our prime minister 6 years, so that within that 6 years he is done with his tenure. Another government will now take over and continue from you. What you started, you will finish it. Our prime minister told you, if you had known, if you had sense, we would have left him alone. Our prime minister told you that he wants to drag you to the international court, and that is what has happened. And now you are avoiding it. You are meandering 6 years. That money you gave to that man, allegedly, the money you gave to him, go and collect it because it will not work. Believe you me, Tinubu is a very corrupt, highly corrupt. That judge, prosecutor must be investigated by the Finnish authority. I'm telling you, he must be investigated because he can't just come and say that nonsense in court, if at all. And if at all he said it, because I don't believe he said such a thing. 6 years? How? When the case has not started, when the preliminary hearing has just started. It just started. The hearing of the case just started and you're pushing for 6 years. For what? Without the so-called offender coming to, give his own testimony. I've never seen that anywhere. So our eyes are open. So Biafrans, this is what it is. It has gotten to the stage where Musa, Biankolo, what is his name? Tinubu, Senate President Akpabio, the criminal Senate President Akpabio, the Vice President, all of them, they were shaking hands. It is time for you people to come to Finland for this defense of this case, because you people, what you want now is postponing, and it cannot work here. This is Europe, not Africa. So he who has accused must come to defend. He who said this man is a thief must come to prove how he became a thief. You must come. This Finland. You must come to this Finland. So Biafran, on this note, I want you guys to understand that we have only one government. Forget all these criminals that are going around calling on Rapweze Fulani. They are all criminals. Believe you me. Anybody that calls Rapweze a terrorist, a criminal, is a thief. They have nothing to offer to you people. And I'm telling you from experience and from what I have seen, they are all criminals. They ask you, what has your government done? What has their own governments that they claim that they have done for Biafrans? At least we are seeing what Rapweze is doing. So, Biafrans, on this note, I have to leave you guys and get into the other room. I'll see you guys in my other video. Thank you, and may God bless you.
My wonderfully made Biafran brothers and sisters, because this video on just watch now. That was why in this media of 18, as long as this Biafran struggle is concerned, my brother, you need to key into other analyzers so that you gather more brain and also more sense as well. I want to have think about this, what Rose said, Stephen Rose. If not listening to this video now, you just finished watch now. So, just like James Omoto show, coming out now to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to back 25 years in prison without not going through the procedures. So when such a thing happens, that means there have been an underground Ghana must go of movement, or underground movement of Ghana must goes. So what the right and audacity the prosecutor on Simon Ekpa's case have, that they come out openly and tell us that Ekpa is going to back 6 years. In other words, somebody have paid him not to divide the country until he rules his first and second term. You get the point now? Are you just nothing? You haven't been complete. Even according to the news they read to us, or rather we read, it states categorically that what happened, what Simon Ekpa did is a kind of they said it is inciting. And the incident happened in Africa, and they don't have all the evidences to crucify him. The only evidence they have against Simon Ekpa is an online broadcast which he did on X, and which is not even enough to say, oh, you are going to go for 6 years in prison for terrorism. Terrorism sentence is not as low as 6 years. So somebody is in Aso Rock paying them, confusing them, intimidating them, because he's not intimidating Simon Ekpa. Where he got it wrong, he said Tinubu is intimidating Simon Ekpa. No, he is intimidating Finland, because Finland is a poor country. They need money. He's intimidating them with the resources of the same Biafra. That is exactly what happened on that matter now. So you can imagine that somebody is in his in Aso Rock, then projecting how many years. Even that prosecutor need to be examined. That prosecutor, they need to check that man left. In fact, anything yocha, because money have already exchanged hands. This one now is not like with the Finland government. No, it is now with the prosecutor who come out now to tell us that Simon Ekpa will never have anything less than 6 years in prison for inciting terrorism incident that never happened in your country, happened elsewhere in Africa, and they don't have the full evidence to even crucify him or to nail him on the cross of Calvary. Hey, Finland, they will finish Simon Ekpa case. When they finish that case, with Nigerian government, they are going to do like this. And doing like this, they will cut every ties with Nigerian government because Nigeria is going to rub them on the mud. They are going to use the money to destroy their integrity because Nigeria don't have integrity. So, you can see anybody who is still falling down must surely look for somebody to hold. If you want to go to rescue somebody who is drowning inside the river, my brother, if you are not a skillful swimmer, you are going to go down with that person. So Nigeria is now hanging on a life support. They are looking for countries that is going down with them. Finland have chosen to go down with them. And Finland shall surely go down. In the mighty name of Chukwu Okeabiama. Finland have chosen. Yes. Nigeria is going down. Then they are bribing you for you to turn your integrity upside down. And you don't even bother to ask yourself, these people now that want to destroy what we represent as a country, these people now that want to come to destroy our integrity, do they have integrity? If they have, then fine and good. If they don't have, then why are you destroying your own? Alex Stubb will be in the history of Finland as the worst president to be ever ruled that country. And I'm very sure that man is not going for second term. There's nothing, no Jupiter that's going to make him to go for second time. If he tries it, my brother, he's going to drown in the river of tears and sorrows. Because people is going to rub it on his face. They have already started casting votes of no confidence on him. The same way they are casting votes of no confidence to that small boy called Emmanuel Macron, who is busy destroying African countries, then preserving their own Europe. But they don't know that one good turn deserves another, and what comes around goes around. The world is just spherical in shape, you know. So it's like a circle, or rotate. You go like this. You go like this. So any evil you do on the east, and the east carry and go, you go see it come back to you. You go to come back to your own. Maybe you did the west. When it is rotating, you get to west, you collect your own evil. That is what is happening to France today. France is falling down. France is falling down. You know how many people that are died simply because they win Champions League? Not the Champions League. No, people. There's terrorists in France now that are just waiting to go ahead of that. My brother, they will conquer Paris and they will chase Emmanuel Macron out of that place. They are joking. The people they are sponsoring to destroy Africa will be the same people that will take over France in no time. All these Europe countries who are busy subjugating, abetting, and supporting terrorism in Africa, they will be busy looking for African nations to conquer. Why foreigners will take over their land? What Martin Nnamdi Kanu said in one of his broadcasts in 2012 is not only in African leaders. No, it is not only Nigerian leaders. It's also going to affect all the whole world who have seen Africa as a marching ground to trample upon. Leave your country problems. Then your problem you have now is Burkina Faso is using their gold. Is this one is using? Are they your gold? Are they your uranium? You people that have digging it for how many decades? Nobody complained. Just under 2 years, this guy say, let me handle by people. Then it becomes he's using his gold to protect himself and not the people. But the same people, you have been killing all these years. In the West. Anyway, my people, I don't say I'm finished now. Do I have to waste much of your time? No. You have heard it from the horse's mouth. But just like Rosé said, in the Finland. If they ever survive this one, you see this thing, this fight they started, if they ever survive it, make I know waiting cause them. They'll be waiting for us to react. We're not going to react, but what is going to deal with them is coming. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Anybody who is trampling upon the rise of Biafrans will never end well. That is the simple truth. If you feel that you have power, you have money, we don't have anything, but it will never end well with you because this tribe you are trying to strangulate, this tribe you are trying to intimidate, this tribe you are trying to suffocate is one, not two, one of the oldest tribe in the whole world. We're not talking about in the whole Africa or the whole Nigeria. Igbo Biafrans are one of the oldest tribe in the whole of the world. It's either you count them number one or you count them number two. but they will never exceed these two numbers. They're one of the oldest tribe in the whole of the world. And you think, do you know the power they gathered? Do you know the strength? That was why in every sector they enter, that you must surely see light. Any city they enter, light will enter there, because they are the founder of this earth. Yes. It may be very difficult for you to believe. You may say that I'm talking too much, but that is the simple truth. One of the oldest tribes in the whole world. They are the beginning of this world. They have the power to make things happen is in their palm. That was why anywhere you see them, you see light. Forget about the Afon jars who keep on trying to quench this light. Anywhere you see an Igbo man, or woman will come and tell you. And the reason why, when they call Nigeria, they will not call, they will say Nigerian guy, but from Igbo descent. That these are the people who knows how to make things happen. A place where there's no light, when they enter there, my brother, you see they have, even the light itself will pass low tension, will go high tension. An Igbo man who will enter in a desert and make it to be inhabitant for people to live. In fact, people will begin to envy that area. That is what we carry. And that was why what the world saw. And they don't want this thing to come to manifestation. They try to suppress it, quench it. There's no how you are going to suppress sun. Sometimes, under the rain, you see sun shining. Yes. You get the point now? So that is it. We are the light of the world. You reject us, you reject peace. You reject Biafrans. It is not making mouth to go and ask questions. It is not making mouth. You accept us, you accept something good. When you reject us, my brother, the whole world, including the earth you are marching, will reject you. Nigerians, we are rejected. Their governors and whoever, all their political leaders, appointees, and the elected or selected, are all rejected the day they rejected the Igbo race. Bring Donald Trump, bring Muammar Gaddafi, bring Kigali, this Rwanda president, bring Putin, bring Ibrahim Traore, bring Xi Jinping of China, bring the one of Steve Kester, what do they call it, of UK. All the best leaders we can think of in the whole world. Put them in Nigeria and you keep on marching on Biafran, my brother. All of them will fail. In fact, hunger will be the order of the day. Go and verify. This one no be go come. Go and verify. When you reject these people, you have automatically rejected the progress you are looking for. You reject them in your government, you reject every good thing that comes with it. Among all the whole ministers that have been appointed by Tinubu, can you ever tell me any minister that's very vocal and they are out there showcasing their work? What is the Minister of Economy doing? No be Yoruba man. What is the Minister of Finance doing? No be Yoruba man, and Yoruba man. And what is the EFCC and other things? Who be chief of army staff? No Yoruba. So what are you saying? Look at where in the place, all the whole place where they put them. Things are crumbling. Who is the Minister of Power? Adelabu, a Yoruba man. In fact, even the same Adelabu is using I pass my neighbor generator in his house. But go to FCT, people are commenting Nyesom Wike. In terms of road infrastructure, Dave Umahi is there doing things. These are from Igbo lineage. Even if they deny they are not Igbo, but they are from Igbo lineage. Maybe their mama are Igbo, then their papa are Fulani. But at least there's an atom of blood of Igbo in them. That was why you see them making all those wonders. Then in other areas, how far now? Yes, we have 52 ministers under Tinubu's cabinet. How many of them are performing? Where is the Minister for Blue Economy? To count them numerous, even the one that they call Dela Alake, when last you see him do anything? And what about the one they call Bayo Ononoga? Only to badmouth Igbos. That is the only thing he passed. And that is the only thing that earned him that position of a special advisor to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because he criticized the Igbos, he yapped the Igbos, he make all mockeries, all kind of mockery against the Igbos. But now we're standing. So my people, let us just end it here. Or should we read comments? Let me just see one comment here. This one is my brother, they are using delay tactics to see if they can subdue the movement, buying time by holding prime minister. Maybe not true. Or here Charles said, thanks bro, anytime hear you, my convince will be back. Thanks for educating us, of course. Uchenna said it was secret trials, and I wonder why our USB government did not has all this information, or our blackout on this case. This one is another case we are going to treat another day. So let me just end it here. Just like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. I, Okulora, will always be here to serve you. Kiemesiano, my wonderful people. I love you all. Kachine Kemezi Oku.